Today we're going to be doing a leftover paint finish. I'm using a bunch of leftover colors and we're going to be creating a French country look, blending and using our squirt bottle. If you follow along with us, you know that last weekend we were at the Market Beautiful's Vintage Whites in Utah, and this is the one and only thing I bought from my friends Mark and Vicky. I got this dresser. It was $60, which I thought was a fabulous deal because it's solid wood, super well made. All the hardware is original and intact. It's got this amazing detail, so when I distress and add my wax, it'll make all of that detail pop right out. Good paint is something you definitely don't want to waste. So a lot of times when I'm working on a piece, I'll pull together all my leftovers and figure out which ones I can use to blend and make a really great look. So I'm using two brands of paint. We've got Debbie's DIY paint here. It's a clay-based, all-natural, no VOC paint, and it is mineral-based, so it blends well with the Sweet Pickins. You can mix and match the paints that I use. I've got beadboard. This is apothecary mixed with sea glass, so it's like a 50-50. I've had this mixed for a while. The lid doesn't even sit on, so I really need to use it. And then we've got Farm Fresh that's left over from a project last week, and mint chip left over from a project last week. And then I'm gonna open up my sweet water. To get started, I'm going to paint the entire piece with this paint. This is the sea glass mixed with the apothecary. That's going to be my base coat. And then I'm going to blend in the Farm Fresh and the mint chip with a little bit of the beadboard. Then once that's all dry, then I'm going to add sweet water on top and hopefully get some chippy crackle fun. We'll see. With milk paint, you never really know exactly what's going to happen. A lot of people say you can't milk paint over the top of chalk paint and get chippy crackle, but I've done it a lot and had pretty good results. I also love the milk paint because you just get a really soft blend, and that's, I love like the contrasty bright colors, but I also really love soft French country layered, you know, time worn, and this really will be a great last paint to add on there. Some white wax or some dark wax, we'll just see kind of where it goes. First things first, I'm going to be taking off all this hardware because I don't want to paint it. And I'm also going to clean the piece and get all the dirty grime off of it. And then I'll just go ahead and paint. Always make sure to clean your piece really good with a degreasing cleaner. I'm using Clorox Cleanup. It's one of my favorites. It works really good. A lot of people like to use TSP, or you can use 409 also works. Just make sure that you get all the cleaner off and it's completely dry before you paint it. All right, so base coat is DIY paint mixed in, it's apothecary mixed with sea glass 50-50, and you can get this at JamiRayVintage.com. Along with all the paint I'm using today, you can go to JamiRayVintage.com, and I ship nationwide in the US. I'm just using my Paint Pixie brush, and I'm just putting a coat on here. This is the 1 3/4 brush. It's a good brush for blending. I like it because it holds a lot of paint, and I don't have to dip my brush in a million times. I kind of like to get the paint on there fast, and then I just slowly stretch it out so that I have nice fluid brush strokes. You don't want it to be all choppy. Our base coat is not all the way dry, and that's where I like it to be when I'm getting ready to blend in my second color. I'm going to use just water in my squirt bottle, and I'm going to show you on these two drawers, and then I'll move up and do the other two. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to blend in the second color. Now I'm just kind of, oops, that was a little much. Oh well. I'm just lightly misting them. I don't really want it to necessarily be drippy. And then I'm not washing my brush. This helps blend the colors a little bit better. I'm using mint chip, and I'm just gonna dip this brush right into here, and I'm just gonna paint it in the middle. And then I'm gonna take the mint chip and I'm gonna come down to the second drawer, and I'm gonna paint it right in the middle. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to bring in my third color, which is Farm Fresh, which isn't too much different than my base coat, just a little richer. And I'm going to come around the edges. And just mix that right in. You can see the more that I brush, the more the colors are blending. And I also take my brush and I go soft. So sometimes I'll go hard to get the paint on there, and then I just come and lightly go over it. And that's just gonna soften your blending. And you can see that that looks a little bit better than when I first got started. I'm gonna come over and squirt that again with water just to help it blend. And I'm gonna come down here, do the second drawer. If you feel like your brush is starting to pool, then just mist it a little bit with water, and that will help the brush glide. If you've never blended paint before, you can practice on like old cabinet doors are a really great way to start. I just like to do it on furniture, but if you're worried about it, just do a cabinet drawer and practice your different finishes. So now that I've got that on there, I'm just gonna come across, and you don't want them to all be identical. So it's okay if this one has more mint than the next one. All right, so that I'm gonna do that same technique using the mint chip and the Farm Fresh on all of these drawers, and then I'm gonna come around and I'll show you what I'm doing on the side. All right, so on the edges, like the outside frame of this portion, I'm just gonna squirt them down so that way my paint blends. And I'm gonna dip my brush in the Farm Fresh and then just lightly blend this so it's framing out my piece. All right, now that it's all done, I'm gonna take my water and I'm going to just kind of go over the whole piece, and it'll soften the look. I might get a few drippies, and that's okay, but I'm just misting it. I'm not like hosing it down. And that just kind of helps all those colors blend together a little bit better. And it's not my final coat, so this is not the final look of it, but we're getting started. On this side, we're gonna do much like the drawers. I'm gonna mist it down. And then I'm going to take my brush, dip it back into the mint chip, and paint in the middle. Sides, I think, are sometimes the hardest because it's just such a big area to blend. But now that I've got my section of mint chip, I'm going to come back with my Farm Fresh and then frame it out. So my brush is starting to drag a little bit, so I'm gonna wet that again. And I'm just gonna feather it up, feather it down. And then I'm gonna lightly take my brush go over the whole piece. All right. Then I just kind of step back. I'm not liking the way that looks, so I'm just going to come back through and mix it. And then I'm gonna just do the same thing. Just lightly squirt to help those colors blend. And then I'm gonna step away. I'll come back maybe and put an extra coat on, but we still have the white to add and the sweet water, so that'll help blend a little more. So I get asked a lot about how I do the tops. I squirted this down, and then I'm just gonna use my darker color that I was doing, the Farm Fresh. And you can use your lighter color. I mean, it depends on what you want the tone to be. And I just kind of blend this in with what's on here. And make sure I'm covering all the undercoat that's coming through. I feel like my paintbrush is dragging a little bit, so I'm going to squirt this again. And that'll help the colors blend a little better. All right, so you want it to be dry enough that your paint's not like just washing off, but not so dry that your paint won't blend. In fact, down here it might be a little too dry, so I might squirt that. I'm just taking my sweet water. I've mixed up, it's 1 part of the dry paint mix with 1 part warm water. I didn't add any extra bond because I'm hoping to get some chippy, and I did not wash my brush. The sweet water is Sweet Pickins milk paint, and it's like a soft green color. And I'm just coming through over the top of this. It's kind of covering a little more than I want, so I'm going to squirt it. Now I can get a little bit more blend. Pull some of that off there because you just kind of want it to be more of a washed top coat. All right, and when I distress it, it'll pull back some of the colors that are underneath. And they'll come through, so don't worry. It's not all gonna be one color now, it's just the process. And I don't like to do all the drawers the same. Like these top drawers, I might have more of the base coat coming through. So I'm just squirting this to activate it a little bit. I'm just gonna brush on a coat lightly. And it's okay if it picks up a little bit of the paint because I'm gonna run over the whole thing with the orbital sander, so don't fret. My brush is dragging a little down here, so I'm gonna squirt that so that way the paint's a little more fluid. Same thing on the top. It's still actually pretty wet up here. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my squirt bottle and I'm going over it. I'm misting it from far away to try to help blend it. And also the water kind of helps that milk paint hopefully chip. We'll see what happens. But you can now see, now that I'm blending it, you can see all the colors coming back through that was underneath. You can also see where my paintbrush picked up the paint a little bit over here, and that's okay. When I sand it, that'll all smooth out. All right, so I'm using my DIY paint and bead board. I like to use this for accents because it's nice and thick, so I don't have to do multiple coats. My French round paint pixie brush. I'm just gonna come over this detail and paint that on there. And sometimes I get it where I don't want it. I'll wipe that off a little bit. All right, so I'm just coming through it and I'm just painting all the raised detail. I'm not worried about being 100% accurate because I am gonna come back and distress it. Okay, so I've got my orbital sander. It's got 220 sandpaper on it and my mask, and I'm just gonna go over the whole piece and smooth it out, kind of go over the edges and distress it. We did have quite a bit of bleed through, but I'm hoping when I white wax it, that it'll cover up that bleed through and we'll be good to go. Sometimes I feel like when you leave a little bit, as long as it doesn't look bad, it adds to some of the age and patina. All right, so we are all done sanding, and I wanted to show you this down here, all this chippy, like natural looking wear. That all happened because I put milk paint on this. But this right here, I don't know if Zeb can show you on the camera. It feels nice and smooth, but the texture you're seeing, all these layers, is because of the DIY clay paint. And then you can see all the little chips that came in there. That kind of gives you an aged look. That is why I love to use the DIY clay paint and then put milk paint over the top, because you get that natural chipping and the texture, and you get a really old world aged patina that you can't get with just one brand or the other. You get from mixing the two. All right, I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna add white wax to the piece. It just kind of lightens it and gives it extra texture. And then after I get the white wax on there, I'm gonna seal it with the DIY clear wax. And you can see that it's there's like a texture where it's peeling a little bit, and that's fine, because after about half an hour, I'm gonna take a lint-free rag and buff it really, really smooth. Make sure when you're putting on wax that you're not putting on too much. And when you're done buffing, it should feel smooth and not waxy. It takes, I think it's like 30 days to cure, but usually after 24 hours you can touch it, and then after a week you can put something on top. All right, now if you look at this one, this is the one I've white waxed, and this one I haven't white waxed. So that kind of shows you the difference between the two of them. And when I buff them, this is gonna get even softer and not quite as white. If you like this look better than this look, then I would do it without the white wax and just use a clear wax. And you can kind of see some of this brown tones coming through here that kind of makes it look aged. That's actually bleed through coming through all the paint. And there's certain times that I'll like shellac it and get rid of it, but in this case, I'm loving the age and patina that that's giving my piece. So I've got my lint-free rag, and I'm just gonna buff all this wax in. It's been sitting on for about half hour. And I do about 3 coats of wax on the top, and then I do a good 2 coats on the rest, just to make sure that it's nice and sealed. All right, our Chippy layered French country dresser is all finished. Just to give you a rundown of the paint I used in case you'd like to recreate this look, I used the DIY paints in a 50-50 mix of Apothecary and Sea Glass. That was my base coat. And then I added on Mint Chip and Farm Fresh. Then I did the Sweet Pickins in Sweetwater, and I did all the detail work in DIY beadboard. My squirt bottle had just water, and then we finished it with the DIY white wax and DIY clear wax. All of those items can be purchased at JamiRayVintage.com, and you can create this look on your next piece of furniture. Comment below whether you like this finish, questions you might have on how to achieve this finish on your furniture. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, hit the notifications bell, and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more DIY.